So I'm playing in a soccer game with some friends, right? I have not played soccer in probably 15 years. Growing up, my dad came to every single one of my soccer games. So when he found out that I was going to be playing in a game, he's like, I want to come. I want to watch you play. We get to the field. I see my friends. Most of us are all married with kids now. We're catching up, you know. The first half of the game comes and goes, and then it starts raining around halftime. So the referee was like, let's take like a little bit longer of a break. So halftime, instead of just being a few minutes, they were like, let's make it like an hour long. And everyone was fine with that because we were like, we can go grab something to eat, whatever. Like, we were just having fun. Now, something was going on with my dad's car. He needed to borrow my car. I was like, do what you need to do. Here are my keys. So my dad takes my car, and I'm left at the field. And I was like, you know what? We're actually right down the street from where I went to high school. And one of my favorite bakeries is, you know, right there. It was only like half a mile down the street. I was like, I'll just run there. I was warmed up from the game already anyway. So I put on my sneakers and I run to the bakery. I got a note before I actually left the soccer field. I went on my phone and placed a mobile order at the bakery. That way my calzone would be ready by the time I got there. I'm running and I get to the bakery. I go inside. My calzone's not ready yet. And I was like, you know what? It's a Saturday. They're probably really busy. There was nobody in the bakery, but I was like, they probably have a bunch of mobile orders or a lot of cake orders. I don't know. So I didn't question it and I just stood there and I waited. They had complimentary coffee, so I made a little coffee while I was waiting. I looked at the time and I was like, oh no, the game is about to start in 10 minutes. It had already been 50 minutes. So I asked the girl behind the counter, I was like, hey, my name is Carissa. Like, can you tell me how much longer it is on my calzone? And she goes, we don't have an order for Carissa. She said, hold on one second. Let me just check with one of the other people here. Let me make sure that I didn't miss it. I said, okay. I just stand there with my coffee. Her and the owner of the bakery come back around and they have a bunch of pizza with them. And they say, yeah, no, we don't have your calzone, but here, these pieces of pizza, like we can't put them out anyway because they don't look good. And they threw them at me. Literally, like I had pizza gravy in my hair. And I just looked at them and I was like, excuse me? You could have put it like on a napkin or something. And also, for reference, I ordered a calzone. I didn't order the pizza, although this pizza, it did look lovely. I was appalled. And I was just standing there like, okay, I've been a customer here for well over a decade now. I've never had an experience like this, but this is going to be the last time that I ever come in here. And they yelled at me and they said, yeah, don't come back. So now I realize that the game is going to be starting up in about a minute, right? And I got to get half a mile back to the field. And I'm also just trying to figure out what happened. As I walk out of the bakery, I see my dad in my car drive the opposite way. And I was like, Dad, at least give me a ride back to the soccer field. So I just start running back towards the field, right? And then I saw that all of my friends were walking into a store. And I was like, guys, what about the game? And they were like, the game already happened. I was like, what do you mean? And I look at my phone and 45 minutes had passed. So my friends, they were like, you got to come inside this store. Basically, it's half of a grocery store and half of a Macy's. And I was like, that sounds like a whole lot. I gotta see this store. What is this? So we go inside, and I wasn't really interested in shopping around the Macy's portion because I wasn't looking for clothes. But the grocery portion, y'all know I love grocery shopping. So I go grocery shopping. We finish up there, and then I realized that my dad had dropped my car back off at the soccer field, which is still half a mile away, and now I have groceries. So I run back to the soccer field, I put the groceries in my car, and we're good to go. And then I woke up. And I came downstairs, and I made my coffee, and I was like, what just happened? My dreams recently, listen, the thing about my dreams is that sometimes I don't remember them, and sometimes I do, and they just don't make sense. I don't really think they're supposed to, But I thought if you remember your dreams, you didn't sleep well, but my Aura Ring is telling me that I slept really good last night, so I don't know. Anyways, happy Wednesday. I can't believe she just tossed the pizza at me.